some money, nigga.
Okay. What I have to say about this is, you know how like people get very like particular about their family, about like they like I could talk about my parents, I could talk about my siblings, but you can't type of thing. That's how I'm feeling about TikTok old girl made. The video that I'm stitching is not the original creator because the girl turned her stitches off and I think she finally deleted the video, so I'm just deleting a stitching a stitch, okay? But anyway, the way that I feel about that situation as a black woman myself is I'm like, as black people, I feel like we're allowed to talk about the issues and struggles that we have within the black community. Like we are allowed to talk about, like we allowed to like basically joke or like talk shit about like our black brothers and sisters or whatever. But it's like when another race does it, that's when it's kind of like, hey baby, watch yourself. Like you better watch yourself. Watch it, baby. Pump your brakes. Pump them. Because you all gasping no brakes, baby. Because it's like we can say it, but y'all can't. And I say this as a black woman myself. And let me just say this. First of all, like us as black women, we already know that a lot of us black women are the breadwinners and are like in situations like the black woman gets married and she is the main breadwinner. Like she does a lot more, for the house. But a lot of times the black woman is the one that wears the pants in the situation. Okay. So we definitely understand the issue with it, with financial, if I, however you say it, just with the finances, how like financial independence, there we go. We see that a lot of times the black men tend to not have, it's not all of them, but we know that there is, a group of black men out there that are not financially independent. They're not financially, like, just full financially stable. Like they don't have enough finances where they actually can provide in that way, the way that like we would want them to, and really it goes back to a lot of like the generational curses, the fact that like a lot of us were not taught how to create generational wealth because we like are black. As a black people, we have been cursed spiritually, and this has been going on for so many generations. Because when you think of like Arabs and people in like brown people, they invest, you know what I'm saying, or like they invest into things, like they invest into stocks, and that's exactly how they have so much money. They're not just working a job and making money off the dollar and having side hustles. No, they're investing their money because that's what they were taught how to do, right? Like I'm not sure about what like Hispanics do or in the Latino community, but I know for a fact the Latino community, they always have money. But thing is, they are like, a lot of the men are into construction and into just building things on their own, so they always have money to do stuff like that. They're able to create their own things. I'm not sure if they invest as well. I'm not sure if they do because I don't know too much about that. However, it's like, it's just like what people were taught in their generation, what people were taught in their culture and all of that kind of stuff. And it's kind of like laughs and black woman, because it's kind of like the same time we kind of understand the struggle of dealing with black men and the fact that like they do tend to be they do tend to struggle with like being financially stable. Like it's rare to find, a black man that like has his shit in order, that actually has the money to provide and actually provides, because there's a lot of things that goes on within the black community where the black man, the black father, the black husband has all of this money but refuses to provide for his family. Like doesn't want to invest into his children, doesn't want to make sure that his children are taken care of. A lot of times you have the divorce rate within the black community is very prominent, where they divorce, the mother gets majority of the time with the kids and everything like that. And yes, the dad is paying child support, but that's literally it. Like all he does is pay child support. He doesn't, put any money into like his children's pockets. He like barely, or he'll barely like put some money into like a bank account for them. Like we'll just literally do the bare minimum. So there's a difference between a black man having the money and actually being a provider. Like he provides what his children needs, whether they're divorced or not, versus a black man that actually, you know, has the money but is selfish with it. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of stuff that goes into that, Like it's an issue I definitely see. And I feel like Shorty just went over here to black people not really understanding what she was really getting herself into. She thought she was gonna get like she thought she was finna get the best of both worlds. She thought she was gonna have her cake and eat it too. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get the man of my preference and I'm gonna have everything I want. Nah, baby, rude awakening. Rude awakening over here in this neck of the woods. It ain't like that over there. It ain't like that over here, baby. I'm sorry to say that. It's like I do believe that eventually at some point, like black people, we gonna turn our shit around. We're gonna like get our shit back to the way that we are because the way that we need to do. However, it's just like part of me understands the frustration because this is why a lot of black women are not dating black men, why black women are not marrying black men, why a lot of black women are divorcing black men for that very reason, or if they are still married to one that is not being able to provide financially, the wife is okay with that and she's going to continue to like take care of the family or whatever the case is. That is her choice. That is what she decides to do. A lot of times they have children and it's easier to keep the family together than it is to let them go. Okay, as I say, whatever. However, I'm just saying, like, yes, the problem does exist. Two, we can talk about our black men, but y'all can't, okay? Because it's giving very anti-blackness, but it's like it's the fact that like us as black people, we are so open to like it's we are so open. I was gonna say something about some white people, but I was like, we are very open to, being warm and welcoming towards other races, especially like towards other people of color. You know what I'm saying? Like now, white people, especially, we are the ones that were cautious around them. Like we just kind of like, I don't know if I can fully trust you. You have to earn like whatever. But even then, even with like our lack of trust, even with the fact that like we could be like side eyeing a white person, we as black people will still be kind to them. Like we will still give them love. We will still whatever because we have been like we have been teaching like our ancestors have been teaching white folks how to wash their ass, how to like clean themselves, how to do everything since like the white people have been introduced on this planet. Okay, it's like our ancestors taught their ancestors how to wash their fucking ass. I mean, our ancestors was breastfeeding their ancestors babies. So it's like it's always it's a given where it's like black people are like the parents of like the world, really like the parents because we are the original people. Black people are the original people. We were here first. Black women are the mothers of all of them. It's like I birthed all you bitches. Like that's what it is. We have birthed all of you. It's like the black woman is the mother, the black man is the father, we just wish the black man would actually step up the road to actually be the father because now it's at a point where it's like that curse has been embedded so deeply that it's like now you have brown men that are doing a better job as being the father of the world than you all are. So it's kind of like it's a clash here. It's a big issue that needs to be addressed where so much is going on because we're not going to sit up here and try to pretend and act like the black man doesn't have a problem here because there's a lot of problems within the black community, within the black men that they don't want to see. And it's taking where other women are coming from other races and they're seeing the same issue that we are seeing. And it's like, this is what we was talking about. But they don't want to listen to black women, but you listen to a pretty little brown girl, then all of a sudden everybody want to listen, everybody want to peep game. It's like, nah, we've been telling y'all that shit for years. We've been telling y'all shit this. So it's like, listen to what the black woman say because the black woman is like the intuition. She is like a black woman's intuition is like God's intuition herself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like listen to us when we tell y'all this shit. Listen to us. But another thing, if you're gonna come out here and say some shit, if you're another person of color, you're gonna say some shit that's anti-black and say some shit that's rude and a little bit prejudiced, it's like pump your brakes, baby. Pump your fucking brakes. Calm down because no, we will call you out. You know what I'm saying? Like I would defend women. I would defend women. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm gonna hold a woman accountable and say, I definitely understand what you're saying. I definitely like it. If he's abusive, then absolutely, I'm gonna just sit there and defend you tooth and nail. However, don't come from our black people if you are not black, baby. Like that's just a boundary that you're crossing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like we don't give that energy towards you all. As black women, we don't give that energy towards brown people, Arabs, Muslims, Mexicans, Hispanics, Latino, Puerto Ricans, whatever. We don't give that energy towards brown people. As black people, we are warm and welcoming towards brown people. So why is it that you brown people are not as warm as welcoming to us black people? We sitting here defending y'all. Like we sitting here are on you all's side, okay? So yeah, it's like y'all gotta get it together. Y'all really gotta get it together and put some appreciation on the black people's name because baby, we are like this. We cousins. Don't disrespect us. We cousins, baby. And as your cousin, I'ma hold you accountable. Don't say that shit, sweetie. Don't say that shit, shorty. Watch what you say. Because for all of y'all, watch what y'all say. Because without our support, we give y'all a lot of power. Don't fucking forget that. Don't forget that. Put some respect on the black people's name. Ashe.